right here on the Rich Eisen Show set. Again, all 3 hours. My correspondent, I love to call him that, of Media Night last night. Second straight year, J.B. Smoove did it.
I like that.
Good to see you back.
Mr. Correspondent sounds really catchy, too.
Well, alongside Mr. Correspondent, which you shall now be referred to as from now on, is future Hall of Famer LaDainian Tomlinson. Also my compadre from NFL Network. And you could see him on Super Sunday starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Time with all of us on game day morning and, of course, throughout the week on 88 hours of live Super Bowl 50 coverage on the network. Good to see LT.
Good to see you, Rich.
You guys have met before, right? Have you never met before?
No,
Has this just happened?
Just met.
Did that just happen?
Yes.
But we have a lot in common.
Huh?
We just have a lot in common. We just, like, connected.
Yeah.
Is that, yeah?
That's how we do, though. That's how athletes do.
Yeah. And, you know, LT, I mean, what do you think of the pants that J.B. Smoove has on today?
He's looking very camish.
Very camish.
Very camish,
I'm just fitting in with what's going on right now in the Super Bowl. And I'm just putting myself in. I'm all involved.
You're also a two-way threat, like
I'm a
Cam.
two-way threat.
You're a
You gotta
multiple
be
threat.
very confident, though, Rich, to wear these pants.
You have to.
I mean, we all know Cam is very confident, but
Yes.
JB, I mean, he's
That's
a very
next
confident
level.
man.
Could you pull off that look, LT?
No. Well, maybe working out at home. I wouldn't leave the house in those.
But the Versace pants, as Dion told Cam last night, those are we're going to win pants. That you can't walk onto a plane of the Super Bowl in those pants and lose.
See that?
Yeah.
You just said it.
What?
You must move in confidence and know where you're going at. These kind of pants right here.
That's true.
These pants are navigation pants. You know where the hell you're going already. You understand?
There's a GPS in the pants.
There's a GPS in these pants.
Okay, I like it.
Well, he has another pair because Dion gave him another pair. So
Last
if he
night.
wins the game, does he wear them on Monday?
Well, he has to.
He has to.
Or to the press conference on Sunday
That would
night.
be awesome.
What do you think?
That would be
What's going
awesome.
to happen Super Sunday, LT? What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Currency sit here right now.
Denver cannot turn the ball over at all.
Not a single time.
Not a single time.
If we see that happen Sunday night, you think that's a wrap? They
I
can't
think
come
it's
back
a
from
wrap
that.
because to me, this game, these teams are very similar to what the 2013 Super Bowl. If you think about it, Carolina is just like Seattle to me in how they play the game. Denver was there in 2013, even though they have a better defense this time. It's basically the same cast of characters on offense. And so we know how that Super Bowl turned out. Denver turned the ball over, Seattle got rolling, and the rest is history. That's why I say they can't turn the ball over this Super Bowl because Carolina excels at taking the ball away, and you give them extra possessions. They're leading the league in scoring, for God's sake. And so if you give them more possessions, that's more opportunities to score. You know that. And so I don't think that's the formula. I think they got to be a little bit more conservative on offense. The Denver Broncos run the ball, and Peyton is going to have to make some throws. Ironically, as crazy as it sounds, we're saying Peyton has to make some throws. At this point in his career, can he make those throws? I think he has some left, but I don't know if it's enough to beat the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. Smart. Yeah, he's right. You have to have, the same thing that Peyton may go through is the same thing that Brady went through. If he doesn't have time to set, and you see how many passes that Brady threw into the ground? Uncharacteristic. He threw so many passes, no time to set.
He was hit 20 times.
He was hit 20 times. If you don't have time to set, you're not going to be a quarterback that's going to make completions. It's just not. You don't have the time. The receivers won't complete the route. The ball leaves early, hits the ground, or whatever. But he has to have time to throw the ball.
Yeah.
They got to protect him.
Well, they also have to run it too, right? LT? Nobody's talking about the running backs in this game. Zero.
Well, because they have been so inconsistent, Rich. We don't know exactly what we're going to get from their run game.
From Denver's run game.
Denver's run game.
Right.
Yes. If they do run the football with some efficiency, then I think it's going to be a very close game, and they're going to be in the game. If they're doing Gary's offense, now that's the question. Peyton has really, I think,
After all this
transitioned.
time, we're
Peyton
still
has
having the conversation of whose offense is being run in Denver and whether it's something Peyton is able to run and whether it's effective. We're still having this conversation.
Well, he's been doing it the last 2 or 3 weeks since he's come back. He's been running Gary's offense.
No turnovers either, by the way.
And he's looked good doing it. He seems to be healthy. So, now, are they going to stick with it? Or are we going to see the shotgun, Peyton throwing it 40, 50 times. I don't think they can do that. I
Well,
don't think
we
so.
heard in hour one when Tim Brown was here on the show talking about how Callahan changed everything that they did all year long 2 days before the Super Bowl, and we saw how that worked out against Tampa. So obviously, I think they're just going to continue doing what they're
have to.
doing, you know. And then the question is, what about Cam and this offense against Vaughn and DeMarcus Ware? Did you get a chance to go up next to DeMarcus Ware last night?
I talked to
JB,
him.
you did?
Amos suggested an amazing nickname for him,
What is that?
the Marvelous. The Marvelous.
The Marvelous.
Marvelous.
The Marvelous Ware?
The Marvelous Ware. And also told him to put a clothing line out called the Marcus Ware, you know?
Yeah.
I said, jump on it now.
Man,
I said, jump
I
on
like
it,
that.
man.
Trademark that.
I told him I already talked to Andre Ware. I said, you better jump on it now. I don't want to miss the boat. Don't miss the boat, brother. You complaining later on. Yo, Jay, what happened? I gave you all the opportunity
That's right.
to jump on it, but you didn't jump on it.
I think we're out of wares, though. That's it.
That's the only wares.
We've done, yeah, I think we're done with wares.
We're done with wares.
After all that. But yeah, I mean, now what about those two guys and Cam? Because obviously Cam is a different quarterback than most.
And
He says that we've never seen anybody like him before.
We really haven't. With that size, speed combination, being able to throw the football from the pocket as he has this year. Here's the thing. When Denver rushes Cam, they have to be controlled. They can't. You knew what Tom Brady was going to be. He was going to be seven steps back in the pocket. He was going to be set up right behind the center. And so you know your rush point. With Cam, you don't know. You don't know where Cam is going to be. You know, they do so many different things, and it all starts off that play action. The read option, everything starts for them off of that action. And so it's hard if you're a rusher to commit to going upfield and going after Cam. Because if you leave that lane open, he might give it to the running back. And now you got Jonathan Stewart running up the field.
Out the gate.
That's why if you're Denver, you have to be very controlled when you rush Cam.
Yep.
And when you saw Cam last night, what was he like when you saw him last night?
He looked
JB?
confident. He had energy. He was ready to go, you know? I asked him about the dab. You know, we had a lot of dab questions because I feel like the whole team is behind this dab. They dabbing.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that it's like a cheer amongst them. You
Yeah.
know, it's like it's a rallying call for them.
Yeah, they're
You know,
dabbing their way
they're
to
having
victory.
fun. They're having fun like you should have, man.
Yeah.
You're in the biggest game of the year. Have fun. Let these guys have fun, man.
And Cam did. I agree with you. He looked confident. He didn't look. He looked loose. And maybe it's because he's won at every level. I mean, we think about he's won a national championship, a junior college
With a
championship.
spotlight on him the whole time.
Absolutely.
It's not like this is a new sensation for him.
Right.
Although maybe JB Smoove coming up to him with a Rich Eisen show Mike Flag was a new sensation. We have a little bit of your work.
Check it out, brother.
It's our first unpacking of JB Smoove's work from last night.
Cam, what up, baby? Smooth, what up, baby?
What's up, my brother?
Hey, when you make love to your lady, who dabs first, who dabs last?
When I make love to my lady,
Who dabs first, who dabs last?
I don't know, man. That next question.
Come on, Cam! Who dabs, baby? Do you go in the bathroom and dab by yourself? In the mirror? I just tore that up? What?
Oh, please,
happened?
please. Turn his mic off. Turn his mic off.
It's a very, see, I told you this before.
Yeah, JB.
I said, you bring me in here, I'm gonna ask the questions that the guy sitting at home on his couch wants to ask. You know, everybody can tune into any sports show and hear some sports talk.
Sure.
He's a real man, that's a dude, that's a real man right there,
Yeah.
okay? I'm a grown man, he's a grown man.
Yes.
You know, we got ladies, you know? You're dabbing on the field, when you make love to your lady, you just laid it out. You made love to her. You get up, you put your robe on,
then
want something to drink, baby? And you
dab.
dab it. You dab one time.
So you have to make sure she has something to drink first
course.
because she comes
And she's
first.
gonna say, I want some of that grape juice, and she's gonna go, All I wanna know is who dabbed first, who dabbed last.
That's a
Right.
good question.
That's
a
all
good
it
one.
is.
Yeah.
If
People
you
wanna
brung
know.
it, she might dab before you dab. Maybe you are something else. Bam! That's all I'm saying. Grown man talk.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.